Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Holtz, Associate State Director for AARP Maryland. I am here with Chef Christine Van Bloom. So excited to be doing our first 2023 cooking demo of the year. Welcome, Chef Christine. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Oh my gosh, I'm all goosebumpy. I'm so excited to be back.
It's going to be a great year. I know it is.
It
I know
is.
it is. We're really excited to have you. I really wanted to let you know, though, before we start, because this is super important. April is National Volunteer Recognition Month. And you have worked with many of our volunteers, Karen Morgan in particular, but a couple of our other volunteers on this show. And all of you can expect to see our volunteers throughout the year hosting this little cooking demo with Chef Christine. They're wonderful people, but we have so many volunteers out there with AARP and other organizations doing great work across the country. They really, truly make the world go round. So I just wanted to give a shout out to all of our volunteers across the country to say thank you for what you do. We couldn't do what we do without you. And here's a little treat from Chef Christine, a good little recipe, something healthy to keep you fueled while you do all that volunteer work out in the community.
I love it. I love it. I love that we have so many volunteers. I mean, are we not so lucky?
Oh my gosh, they're just wonderful. They're committed. They're experts. I mean, they really are just so good at what they do. And we are very, very fortunate.
That's it. I'm not even joking. I just got like goosebumps on my legs because I'm so emotional about everything. Welcome to your 50s. So listen, I know that this is our kickoff, and what we're going to be doing is we are doing a demo, and then 2 days later a class. So we'll talk about that class a little bit, but I want to show y'all how to make a super quick lunch or dinner, whatever your vibe is, that's got a little healthier kind of thing to it, so you can have that ice cream sandwich when you're done, right?
Perfect.
So, I'm not about not having stuff. So I have this tendency to think that every dinner I make has to be fancy, right?
Well, you're a chef.
I know. Excuse me. But it's like, I just feel like every single thing I do, and if I'm not going to, make 9 sauces, why bother? And then I order Chinese food. So I want to show y'all this because this is the greatest thing ever. Now, I'm a fishy girl, right? I love fish.
Me too.
If you go to a high-end restaurant, you don't want frozen fish. But we are here in the home kitchen, and let's be practical, especially as we're not cooking for giant families anymore. I have fallen in love with all the frozen seafood. Now, one of the things they call is IQF. Have you ever heard that?
Never.
Okay, so IQF, it's a chefy thing. Now y'all know the chefy things. IQF means individually quick frozen.
Oh.
Okay. So I love these little, I know, and all the chefs of the world are clutching their pearls right now, but I'll throw this one back in the freezer. I love buying fish fillets that are frozen, especially a fish like salmon, because salmon has a little more oomph to it, right? Salmon has a little more fattiness to it. Don't freak out. It's full of those good omega-3 fatty acids green food. We love green food. And the heart, and you know how I feel about the heart. So here's what we're going to do. I asked my husband, of course, he did not pick the cute fillet, but he helped me last night and he took it out of the freezer, and for that, I'll always be grateful. But did you know you can defrost these in like 10 minutes? No joke.
In water? Is it like dipping, like putting the whole package in a sink full of water?
Yeah, don't just put the fish in there because ew. That just doesn't vibe. But you can take that whole packet, slip it into a bowl of cold water. I'm gonna get a little chefy. Slip it into a bowl of cold water, and then shazam, you're all set.
Great.
I love it.
Easy.
I love it. It's like those nights when it's late, I don't feel like doing stuff. You know how it goes.
Well, we've got all those volunteers out there that are very busy, and the quicker the better.
I'm telling you right now, there is nobody busier than the volunteer.
I hear this all the time. I hear from my folks that they are more busy in retirement than they were during their working days.
And how great.
Yeah.
How great is that? I have a sister-in-law, bless her heart, and not in a, Southern way, but really, bless her heart. She volunteers like you would not believe. She is so busy all the time. And, people are lucky for having someone like that around.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Now, here's what I want to talk to you about. I have my handy dandy air fryer.
All right.
And I am not, I am not a person who likes tools and whatnot. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But this, I totally love it. Because, especially in the summer, I heat up this little thing instead of the whole oven. All right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is all going to be done in the time it takes to cook our fish. All right. So I just mixed up a little honey mustard because I'm a sauce girl. And I like that honey to get that caramelized sort of thing going on. So this is how simple this is.
Talk to us about the honey mustard first. So
a little bit of Dijon. If you can't find the Dijon because your husband hid it in the refrigerator, you can use any kind of mustard that works for you. And what you think of here is truly use what works. Now, I don't love like the yellow mustard, hot dog mustard. That's kind of not my vibe on this, but I have done it before when I've been desperate.
Is it just the honey, the mustard, the salt, and the pepper, or do you add anything else to it? No garlic or anything like that? Okay.
No, don't gild the lily. We don't need it.
Got it.
We're gonna add some pungency to our salad. So don't worry. All right. So I just made that honey mustard, and I even noticed that I have pre-made honey mustard. I don't like it. It doesn't have enough honey for me in the fridge. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, you saw me spray my thing. And my air fryer is a little different because we've discussed this before, but I wanted one where I had more space to cook instead of having the basket. So I bought one that has 2 shelves in it. And I just really like that. I can do a whole meal at one time. And that's really great for us. So I always want to be sure to use that non-stick spray, whatever you've got. Use that spray. And then, this is the best part. Oops. It's going to go in for 8 minutes.
Okay.
8 minutes.
Did you say the temperature? Did I miss that?
No, you didn't miss it. I'm all over. 400 degrees. And if you're saying, no, Chris, I did not have an air fryer and I'm not going to buy one. Totally cool. You can make your own air fryer in your oven. What makes an air fryer an air fryer is simply that it's got a little convection action going on. And convection helps foods cook more quickly. So if you have a convection oven at home, take a baking sheet, take a cooling rack, like you put cookies on.
Sure.
Put that on top of the rack. And what that does is it allows the air to circulate all around the salmon. And generally, if you're using a convection, you go 25 degrees lower than what your recipe states.
Oh, that's really good to know.
That is good to know. That's one of those, helpful hints.
I have a convection oven and I have a confession. I've never used my convection oven.
I know.
Because I don't know how to use it, but now I do.
Yeah. I hardly ever use mine. It's true.
I'm thinking like bacon. Like you can put bacon in there and get it really crispy, let the grease strip off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the best way. If you have to cook a lot of bacon, like a lot of bacon, you do the exact same way. I would put something on the pan. I'd probably line it with foil, put the cooling rack on it, and then boom, there you go.
Okay. Easy. Great.
Come on. So easy. All right. Salmon is doing its thing. Now, I have a tendency, I've been so lazy lately, but I have a tendency to skip the salads because I find them to be, a little boring. So what I want to show today is a totally delicious salad. I kid you not. I know salad, and people are like, no, Chris, no. But
I love salad.
Are you a salad girl?
I try to put like everything on a salad because we have different leftovers. So like even if it's like corn on the cob. I'll chop it off and put it in the salad.
Oh,
You know,
so
you
good.
can put anything on a salad.
You can do anything.
Yep.
But like I tend to get like, oh, I want to put all the things. And then if I don't have all the things, I think I have a lot of internal self-talk. If I don't have all the things to put in, I just
Uh-huh.
skip the whole thing. And
Oh,
again, I
yeah.
order Chinese. I'm
Yeah.
sensing a
Chinese is
theme.
delicious.
Yeah. So I want to encourage you to make a little salad dressing from scratch. But I'm going to say this. If that's not your vibe, don't do it. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick and easy dinner that's healthy and tastes good. So I'm going to show you, and we've done this a million times, but you know how
Mm-hmm.
much I love this. I'm going to do a little shallot because you know from cooking with me for these couple of years that a
Mm-hmm.
shallot is my very favorite thing. And one of the things I do, and I'm going to come up close to the camera so I can show you this, I call this my over the rainbow method. Now, I know that some of our members probably have problems with their hands, right?
Right.
I know I'm starting to have a lot of problems. A lot of like just my grip isn't as good, you know, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So I'm looking for little tricks to help me with that. Now, check
Mm-hmm.
this out. Coming in hot. Here's my little shallot. I made diagonal cuts
Mm-hmm.
because I can't always trust now that my hands are going to do exactly what I want them to do. So instead of taking a knife toward my hand,
Right.
I just always take it down. And by doing this kind of rainbow cut,
Mm-hmm.
that enables me to get a really fine little dice on it without having to do that horizontal cut.
That's great. Sounds a lot safer too. And you do that by keeping the tip of the shallot intact, right? So it holds everything together.
That root, it's
Mm-hmm.
like your grandma, keeps everything together, right? So rather
Mm-hmm.
than dealing with lots of little pieces all over the place, lots of things like that, I always leave the root intact and I don't go quite the whole way. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I can go even further on this guy. I don't know if you can see him, but I'm going to wrap him up and save him for my salad for
Sure.
later
Yep.
because I'm doing this as a solo artist today. So
This is just for you.
I don't want to offend the people I work with, right? The people I see today. So I'm going to pop a little bit of shallot. And are you a garlic girl?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't
Okay.
know that my husband loves that about me, but yeah, it's my jam.
Mine feels the same way, just so you know. But if you want to put a little fresh garlic, I would
Mhm.
actually grate the garlic and take a
Ooh,
garlic clove and like a really,
uh-huh.
you know, those real fine
Like a
graters.
strip, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever you've got. And I just give a little
Mhm.
grated garlic so you're not getting into those chunk of lumps. All right. Now, I added a little bit of Dijon mustard, and you can see I'm going right into my salad bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Because again, I'm lazy. I don't want to wash dishes. And I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar. Now, I don't want to go too crazy here today
What
because I'm
kind of
doing a
vinegar?
solo. All right. Now, I'm a big fan of white wine vinegar, or
Mhm.
I even like champagne vinegar when I'm feeling
Mhm.
fancy. But today I have fancy vinegar I picked up from a store here in town that's a garden herb vinegar. So
Ooh.
let's talk about all your flavors and how you can change all of this. How do you feel about tarragon? Do you ever?
I don't use it a lot, but when I use it, I feel like I enjoy it.
I love tarragon. I absolutely totally love it. And think you could use a little bit of tarragon vinegar in this.
Mhm.
Tarragon tends to work really well with fish. You can see I just have a big old mess here. A little grind of pepper, a little bit salt, because you always got to have a little bit of salt. And if you're watching your salt intake, that's totally fine because you can use whatever substitution it is that works
Mhm.
for you. I like salt because it brings all of our flavors together.
Right.
But
Yeah.
think about, you know, you can go as fancy or as basic as you want with
Mhm.
all of your vinegars.
Now,
Now,
do you think it's better to use a flavored vinegar or a flavored oil?
what's your
Or it
vibe?
doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. I tend to not go with flavored oils just because it's just who I am, right? I like the vinegars better. I like to keep my oils pretty standard.
Got it.
But you can have a whole new world here. Now, do you remember my trick? Usually I'm a 2-to-1 vinegar, oil to vinegar girl. And I mix it up right here. To taste it, we always want to take a little bit of the green that we're going to be using.
Right. Whatever you're dipping in it, that's what you test it with, right?
Look at you. I'm so impressed.
I remember.
You're going to be doing this solo before you know it. All right. Now, I think you know about my obsession with arugula. By the way, my dressing is fabulous.
So good.
I love arugula because it's got a little more staying power.
It does, yeah.
Right? It just does a little more for us. That's how easy this is.
Perfect.
Okay, and if I can, I want to throw a little shout out to small instruments that we use. I picked this up as a lark, a set of like a tiny little spatula and a tiny little whisk and tiny little tongs. But that whisk is fantastic if you're just making your salad right in your bowl. And by the way, just make it right in the bowl. Fling your greens about with no cares. All right.
I use my tiny tongs every day. They're literally in the dishwasher every day.
That is so funny. I love the little whisk. So check this out. Don't toss the greens until you're ready to eat. Okay. That's really important because greens are going to sog out once they get the dressing on them. You know that. So I'm going to eat this as soon as we're done. And check this out. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. All right.
Ooh, right on top.
Right on top. Again, I'm not messing around. Okay. Now, that is as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
It's tasty. You've got crunch. I'm a texture girl. It's got crunch. It's got tenderness with the salmon. Let's see if we can pull out a fork here. I want to show off my salmon because I know some of you are like, 8 minutes, that's not enough. That salmon, it's perfect.
Just flakes right
it's perfectly cooked.
Yep.
There's no ooey gooiness. And because I'm an arugula girl, arugula can stand up to that little bit of heat.
You're right. It's a tougher lettuce, if you will.
It's a tougher
plant.
It's
I agree.
Stuff.
And it just pairs so well with salmon. Salmon's my favorite. So I'll eat it with anything, but I agree. It goes so well with the arugula. So that looks amazing. And you're so right. It's so healthy. For us, whether we're working or volunteering or whatever we're doing in the field, we need to fuel our bodies in the right way. And that is the perfect example of something that will keep you going throughout the day. So before I let you go, I have comments.
Go ahead.
So Nancy thinks that tarragon is a little too strong. Would you recommend, if you think it's a little too strong for your taste, another herb? Like I really like dill as well. I think dill makes a lovely dressing.
Dill and salmon. And instead of vinegar, use lemon juice. And then if you want brightness, put a little lemon zest in it too.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
See how easily that'll mix you up. Dill's fantastic. We're using dill in our cooking class that we're doing together on Saturday because we're doing Greek pork wraps and a Greek yogurt panna cotta. And I'm sorry, in my world, I can't have Greek food if there isn't dill involved somewhere. I've got to have it. So I have a big, it looks like a pom-pom.
Oh yeah, they're so pretty. That's perfect. Well, I also wanted to let you know that Nancy commented that little whisks are great for making cocktails as well. So if you were wondering, multi-use tool right there.
I love it.
Now this looks great, Chef Christine. I am so looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. We have a lot of folks registered. We still have space. So all of you out there watching, if you are interested in seeing Chef Christine on Saturday for a full-length class, please register. The link is actually in the chat here. You can see it and you can click right on it. We'll both be on the line and we're going to have a lot of fun. So really looking forward to it.
And if you can't make the class live, still register because we'll send the link out then.
Right.
With the recording, and
Yep.
you'll be able to cook along, or you can just hang out and watch. I've got some friends that I've met through doing these classes.
Oh,
Rozelle,
good.
love her. I'm hoping she'll be there. But yeah, we
Great.
have a great time in the class.
Yeah, it'll be tons of fun. So thank you so much. I'm so excited. We've kicked off the year, and we will see you Saturday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.